Hey, welcome back everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in Rust talking about the Rust Console Edition for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the next generations, and everything in between. And yes, the title is correct, but we'll have to clarify. Large oil rig gone? Being removed? Question mark? What's going on there? And we'll also give you a nice update on not only this situation, but it's not as dire as you think, and also the current status of the testing branch right now, and to give people the rundown. So I know there's people that are playing on Standard Edition. They don't necessarily know what's going down yet. And they might be like, hey, what's going on? You guys got to play Large Oil Rig? We didn't? Don't worry. I'm here to tell you it's actually good news. Okay. So first things first. Well, we might as well go over the... It's not a tweet, but it's something Pedro posted. Okay, so this is going to happen on Thursday, which is, let's see, I gotta check the date. Thursday, okay, let me just read this real quick. It says, during the next wipe this Thursday, we will be disabling Large Oil Rig. We wanted to get some early data to see how it would perform in-game, and thanks to the time you all spent in the testing branch, we got some great metrics to work with. We will be adding it again in the near future after we polish it out a bit more, taking into consideration all the feedback you provided. The small oil rig is staying in. It's stable enough for staging while we also continue bug fixing and improvements for it. Thank you so much for helping us with this new patch. More will come. So yeah, it's actually a good thing. I mean, this is the rundown more or less. Small oil rig is definitely still staying in. And it's just as heady as the large one. I just know the approaches are a little different. It's also worth noting, for the large oil rig, I would recommend that people, if you have access to testing branch, go in there and try it. Yes, you're gonna get absolutely just wrecked, but that's part of it, right? Just get in there and experience it. And if you want to know what it looks like, we did a tour of the large oil rig. I will go ahead and link that now in the upper right hand corner. Go check that out if you so desire. It's great though. It's again a nice world event. It's a red card monument, blue card monument, and green. It's all of the cards. And it's a great place for points of interest, great action pieces. You can solo it. It's crazy, but you can solo it. It's good for groups. You see a lot of chads there. I think small oil rig's probably a bit more accessible for a lot of solos. But again, have no illusions. It's still extremely difficult, especially if you're not used to it. By the way, this is going to be removed on Thursday, which is the 16th of December, 2021. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So it was nice though. That's probably the reason why they didn't stick these in the patch notes initially, because when we first came in, we're like, oh man, a large oil rig's here. What? But it's all going to be about performance, right? So it's a good thing. And it ran, like we've had a lot of people say it ran well. As a matter of fact, you know what? I was going to do this towards the end, but let's go ahead and piece this in. So over on the Discord, they do talk about what the performance is like. And they did hit base here and say that it was decent. For people on the core system. Obviously, you're not going to get the same performance we get on next generations, but, you know, it's great. So anyways, what this really means is for Standard Edition, don't worry. I think what they're going to do is bring this back in, test the polish changes, and then if everything is good for everybody, they'll couple it together. But it looks like small oil rig is going to power through. Ooh, you know what? Speaking of power, what? So it looks like we will get another patch at some point, probably at the beginning of the new year-ish, right? Like a few weeks in, possibly. It's going to be Power Surge. Again, I've got a video on that. If you don't know anything about Power Surge yet, and you should, believe me, you're going to want to know. I will go ahead and link the Power Surge video now in the upper right-hand corner. Okay, so to go back over, oil rig's going to be removed now, but it looks like it's going to be back. I have a feeling it'll be large oil rig removed, possibly Power Surge on that wipe, but I doubt it. I think they're just going to disable it like they said. I think after we come back from the holidays, we'll most likely see this and maybe large oil rig back in if those improvements are good. But have no fear, all of those red card monuments, points of interest, are still a thing for small oil rig. Here he is. Hey, buddy. Small oil rig. And you know what? I don't think I linked this earlier either. We do have a small oil rig tour. I will go ahead and link that now in the upper right-hand corner. If you want to go check that out. It just kind of gives you a nice heads up. Again, try large oil rig now before they actually remove it. just so you know. And I think because we've been playing this live on stream on the testing branch, we were able to do it one time successfully. We got wrecked many times with varying numbers of people, but that's oil rig, right? Like, those scientists are crazy. Okay, so let me go over what they put in the Discord as far as performance. And again, this could all change. This is as of recording this. So let's go ahead and just run through the list. It says, if you're playing on base PS4, PS4 Slim, PS4 Pro, how is the performance when playing on a 3K map? Most people said it's about the same as a 2.5 map. The next one here says, if you're playing on base Xbox One, same question but for Xbox, they said it's better for the 2.5, or it's better than the 2.5K maps in comparison to the 3K, which is interesting. PlayStation and Xbox, overall, how do you feel about the optimizations for the 3K map servers? Most people said it was good. Obviously, we're kind of in the fringes here, right? Because we're, you know, we're next generation. Most of our, I think almost all of our group is. Overall, do you think the 3K maps are a good addition to the game? The vast majority of people said yes. Excluding those PS4 Pro, Xbox One, and current gen, if you're on a base PS4, Xbox One, or Xbox One S, is the performance? How is the performance on 3K maps? And most people said it's better than the 2.5 maps. And again, this is for testing branch. That's what these questions come from. The splitting bug, we made some more changes. Is it now fixed? 500 out of 352 people said yes. I wonder who else was... Huh. Yeah, because it's been good for us. Performance. Did performance improve with the last update in both general play and firefights? Yeah, most people said yes. Upkeep. Some changes were made to the upkeep timer codes, or timers code. We recall people having materials randomly vanish and the timer not reflecting the actual time left. Is this happening to you? Most people said no, which is good. That means it's fixed, right? For players on current gen, PS5, Xbox Series S, and Series X, have you noticed a drop in frames performance since the latest PTB patch? Oh, wow. Some people said worse. Okay. Interesting. I know we're on Series X and ours seems fine, but I don't know if PS5's getting it. But again, that's when it's on testing branch. Also, we have, if you've been playing on the base PS4, did the last patch impact your game performance? Oil rig update. Most people says it's better. Oddly enough. Okay, if you are a player on base Xbox, how the last impact? Same question, but for Xbox. They said, Xbox people said it's the same, so it's good. PlayStation got the increase. Xbox had about the same, so that's good. Because I know PS was having an issue with it. If you're playing on PS4 Pro, how did the last patch impact your performance? Oil rig update. They said it's better. And if you're playing on Xbox One, XO Pro Xbox and then Pro PS4, most of them said it's better. If you're playing on the PS5, how did the last patch? What's your performance? And most people said it's better for the PS5. Same thing for the next-gen consoles, the Series X. Most everybody said it's the same. I know we've been kind of, since they're kind of face melters, they've, yeah, it's about the same, so that's good. All right, there you go. That's how the patch is currently going on. Oh, yeah, a couple things that we ran into that weren't in the patch notes. You ready for this? Grenade launcher. If you take out Mr. Heavy, there are grenade launchers in there, and so is the ammo. You can only get them off the heavies. Also, looks like fuses stack. Hello. That's freaking amazing. Let's see what else. That might be all of it I can think of off the top of my head. The smoke grenades are a thing. For the grenade launchers, they're a little goofy, but they still work. Let's see what else we got here. Quick menu, fuse hazmats. Oh yeah, you can quick menu and auto run now, which is great. The staircase bunker is still not a thing, so it looks like we'll have to have some build changes. It looks like ramp storage does work. The vending machine does not list the grenade launcher, even though it is a thing, so pretty nice. Okay, well, there you go. If you found this useful and helpful, I had to check my notes. If you found this useful and helpful, be sure to drop a like. It helps out a lot. And if you're into it, consider dropping that subscribe and turning on that notification bell to all. We should be live streaming this quite a bit, and have no fear, if you are on standard, all this stuff will be coming for you guys. It's just literally being worked on. And we get to test it occasionally. Woo! That was a sketchy burp. So, yeah, it'll be soon enough. Looks like on the earlier half of 2022. Very excited for all these changes, and hopefully we'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye!